reading input from files. Okay, so let us assume that I have some file. Okay, so let's assume we have, okay, list of server IP addresses, okay, or host names, whatever it is, or hosts in the file called as servers.txt. Okay, so we are asked to find which servers are up, which servers are up. So shall we try to write the script for this? So let me quickly log in into AWS. And I think I should have one Ubuntu machine which is running. Right. So I will log in into that Ubuntu instance. Right. So I have this Ubuntu instance. Right. So let me create the scripts first. So let me go to C drive, Linux, August 20, and then create a file. Okay. So let me create a new file, which I'll be calling it as checkservers.sh. Checkservers.sh. Right. So this is a bash script. So I'm writing a shebang, and it is good that you write a script header. You write a script header. So the usage will be /check servers. Okay. And servers file path. Okay. This is the servers file path will be a servers file path is a text file. Okay. With each server in new line. Okay. So let me try to create some servers. So I'll be trying to create something like servers.txt, and over here I'll try to write 127.0.0.1, and we already know that it is a local host, and let me write localhost, let me write google.com, let me write bing.com, let me write qt.com. Okay, testing. Okay, or let me write some hypothetical address 192.168.0.1. Okay, so these are my servers, and I have to check whether these servers are responding to my ping request or not. And I'm quite sure that everyone in this classroom knows how to ping a server. So pinging the server is very much simple. If you can basically say ping google.com, right? But if you want to ping it only once, you can try to tell ping-c one google.com. Okay, so this is something which you would be basically doing. So this is a Windows machine. Don't worry about it. I'll try to write a script around it now. So, right. So let me close all the open editors and let me go to check servers. Right. So I will try to tell that my first, okay, argument which I am passing, okay, if not -f $1. Okay, that means that if this is not a file, whatever you have passed, okay, echo, okay, the input to $0 is should be a file. Right, so I have to write a then statement. Okay, and then I'm closing the if loop, and then now let us basically try to write which files are available, right? So echo The following servers are up on, let me try to tell, dollar of date. Okay, plus, find out what this plus percentage x will do. Okay, right. Now what I'll try to do right now is I will try to read the file. I will try to read the file. So how will I try to basically read the file? Okay, so while read $1 do. Okay, so, or let me do this, servers equals to $1. Okay, while $servers, while read. Okay, let me write servers. Okay, now basically what would happen in this case? If you pass one server, then this will be basically working out. But unfortunately, we are not going with one server. We might have multiple servers. We might have multiple servers. So how am I going to deal with this? Right? So while read server, okay, just look at this expression. This is quite interesting. Okay, while you are reading the server, go and try to ping. Okay, -c1, that means ping once, dollar server, $server, and then okay, servers underscore up. Okay, I have to give a space over here. Servers underscore up equals to $servers underscore up and $server. Okay, and then I will try to tell done. Okay, and for this, what I am trying to give is I am trying to give, okay, servers.txt as an input. So $1 as an input. $1 as an input. Yesterday we have basically tried to read the stuff in a different way. We were trying to export the output of a file statement into a text file. Here now we are trying to get the import. Okay. Now let me try to tell echo. Okay. The following servers are up. I will try to tell that $servers underscore up. Do you think it will work? Okay, right, let us try. Okay, so if it will not work as usual, okay, we will try to do bash-x. So ssh-i in downloads folder, I have terraform.pem, and then I'm going with one. Okay, now let me get into scripts folder. In scripts folder, let me try to write vi check servers .sh, and then let me try to copy all of this. Okay, right, and then vi servers.txt. So let me create servers.txt, and I'm quite sure that we have servers.txt somewhere around here. Yeah, let me copy this and paste it. Now chmod +x check servers.sh. and then let me execute check servers.sh and let me pass servers.txt. Okay, then we will do a little bit of different stuff, right? So it is doing everything correctly. It is able to ping all of the servers, but one thing which is not happening is it is not able to give us a list. Okay, so let us just look out for our statement, right? Ping. Okay, here whenever you are trying to use this kind of an expression, right? So you can basically try to display what servers are up, by passing something which looks like this. This is one way of basically doing that. Okay, but here what I have messed up is this should be in quotes. This should be in quotes, right? Now let me just copy this line, 13th line, and go in over here, vi. Okay, and then let me remove this line. Let us see what happens now. So are you getting the list? Are you getting the list, sir, now? Okay, but this output, whatever we are seeing, is sounding disturbing, right? So why should I basically need this output? Okay, so let me redirect the output of this ping command to a different file. Okay, so what I'll try to tell is, I will try to tell that go and write this output to check, okay, server dot out, and over here I'll be trying to tell dot slash or check servers dot out. Okay, so the following servers are up. Okay, and now for complete logs, look into, okay, I can tell check servers dot out. Why should I basically worry about check servers dot out file created? Okay, now let me go over here, go into this vi check servers. Let me delete all the lines because it is easy for me to basically insert the line straight away. And now let me try to execute this. Oh, what is it I've messed up? I should not see this output ideally. Something not happening. So ping, man, right. So we are getting the right output. Okay, but if you see cat check servers dot out, okay, so we are only getting one line. Okay, the reason for that is a very silly mistake. Vi check servers dot sh. Okay, whenever I try to ping the servers, right? Okay, I'm pinging the servers over here, and man, so guys, am I audible? All right, I have messed up with the file. While while do done right? And then the following servers are up. So server underscore servers underscore up. Okay. And then let me try to tell cat check servers dot out. So for me, let me try doing this now. There's something going wrong. Okay, fine. I'll try to find out what is that something that is going wrong. All right. So what is that something? I've written ping expression. Okay. So whenever in doubt, use double quotes. That is the principle which I'm going to follow now. Okay. So fine. Dollar servers up. Okay. So to be very specific, I don't need this now. Echo ping server, and if it is up, echo, or I can basically try to tell that echo server up is right dollar server. I don't need to worry about this stuff. Okay. And then I need to send this output to check servers dot out. Yes. Okay. Fine. We are good so far. Right. Now let me basically go ahead with this. Let me write the script. Okay. You guys should help me out also with all of this learning which we had. At least my expectation is you should be able to do some of the scripting. Right. Right. So let me enter all of this, and then dot slash check servers dot sh servers dot txt. Okay. Right. Now let us see what has happened. Okay. So it is trying to tell me that there is one error now. Okay. So line 6. What is line 6? Yes. So vi check servers dot sh. I think we have done this error loads and loads of times. All right. Now let me execute this. Okay. So it is pinging 127. It is pinging all of that. Right. Okay. Right. So I'm not even worried about that stuff now. The following servers are up is not required anymore. Okay. First thing, this is the stuff. I'm able to read the files. I'm able to pass the files. There is only one correction which I want to be done. So I'm unable to redirect the output to a text. Redirect the output to a text. Okay. So why is it so? Right. So this is something which I share with you, and I want you guys to find out what is the reason for that. Right. So this script is working, but it is unable to redirect the output to a text file. Okay. So this is my second problem which I am trying to give you. So yesterday I've given you one problem right? Where we were unable to parse through the files. Today I am giving you one more problem, right? So I am not going to do any solutions over here. I want you to find the solution, right? And then try to tell me what went wrong. What went wrong? Okay, right. So basically, this sounds like a right script, but there is something wrong here. So what is that something wrong, and how can you correct that? This is something which I want you guys to work out on this, right? So functionality wise, it is trying to tell you what are the servers which are basically working. Okay, but the only thing which it is unable to do is I don't want this output to be seen. I want this output to be seen at the last. Okay, so at the last when I say, okay, cat check servers dot out, this will be my last statement, and in this last statement I want you to basically display the output. So there is a small mistake over there, so try to find out what that is. Okay, so and how can you redirect the output of a particular file into a different stuff? That is something which you can basically try it out. Will you be able to do this, sir? How can I redirect output of some commands to a text file, because I don't want to see them? I probably might want to see them at the last, right? Good. Now, right, we have seen some of the functions. Now we know a little bit of scripting and all that stuff, right? So now generally whenever you're writing scripts, okay, okay, when we write scripting, there is very important principle which is called as dry principle. Dry is don't repeat yourself. Okay, there is no point in repeating the stuff which you are doing again and again, right? So how can I do that? For that we can build, okay, the building blocks for reusability. Okay, functions. So we should know how to define functions in shell scripts and how to use them. That is basically what we will be focusing now. That is basically what we will focusing now. So we will try to cover the following aspects, right? One is, okay, introduction, obviously, right? And the next thing is we will try to understand how can I pass parameters to the function, right? Then we will try to understand very important thing which is called as variable scope, all right? And then returning values from functions, right? And then recursive functions. Am I clear on this? So what is a function? First of all, a function is nothing but reusable block of code. The function in its very simple sense is nothing but reusable block of code which we are trying to use. Okay, right. Now when we have this reusable block of code, how will I be able to use it? That is the basic context which we are trying to achieve. Okay, right. So now how are functions stored? Functions are internally stored, okay, as blocks of code in memory as named elements. Am I clear on this? Okay, so the functions in the shell scripts are basically stored or exist in memory, okay, internally represented. Okay, okay, right. So when are these created? Right, so these elements get or can be created within shell environment. And I'm quite sure after this much long, we definitely understand with shell environment it is, as well as within the script execution. So there are two places where you can basically try to create these elements. One is basically within the shell environment. The other one is basically within your script execution. Now, when you issue a command, okay, in the command line, first it will check for aliases, okay, then it will basically check for matching function names, then it will go and find out the use cases or executables. So let me go into the shell script over here. I might have lost this session, my bad. So ssh hyphen I in downloads, I have, oh sorry, downloads, I have terraform.pem file, okay, and the username is ubuntu at the rate, and let me go into my AWS environment and copy the public IP address, which is this. Now let me execute, okay, execute declare hyphen f in the bash. So let me go into this bash environment and then execute declare hyphen f. So are you seeing a list of things appearing over here? So this output might vary depending on your distribution, but are you seeing some of the different stuff? So let me try to do this. Declare hyphen f, and let me pipe this output to the less statement. Okay. Now are you seeing this? So what are all of this? Okay. All right. Let me save this image into the bash. Copy path. sh40. Right. So the output of this command might vary, okay, with distribution. Preview dot slash images slash I think I'm using sh, right? Yeah, sh40.png. Right. Okay, good. Now what are these things which are basically shown over here? Okay. So whenever you basically use the small f option, you can display function with associated definition also. But let me try to do one thing over here. Let me try to do, okay, and then let me try to search for something called as quote. So are you seeing there is something called as declare hyphen f quote? Okay. Now let me try to find out what is the type of this quote. What is it trying to tell? It is trying to tell that quote is a function. Yes or no? Okay, I'm just showing you very simple function. There is one function which is already defined, which is called as quote, and then I'm trying to basically execute type of quote. It tries to tell that the type of the quote is a function. Okay. Now, quote function is basically what it tries to do is, let me try to do this. Okay. Quote, and then let me pass $user to it. So my username is Ubuntu. So what is the output which I'm getting? Right. So if you want, I can do this one also. Right. Echo, right? Quote $user. Let us see. Will it work? Okay. It is not working, right? So whenever you're using in echo statements, you have to use it differently, right? But whenever you try to use it directly, it is working. Okay. So let me try to use echo dollar quote user. Okay, it is trying to tell that your substitution is very bad. Okay, now let me use dollar. Still it is trying to tell bad substitution, right? Now let me try to change. Okay, it says, oh, quote. So am I getting Ubuntu? So the way you can call functions within the stuff is you have to use the parentheses, not the curly braces. So let me do this whole stuff again for the sake of the image. So type quote. So quote is a function. We already got this. Now I will try to basically tell quote dollar user. Okay. Now echo dollar. Okay. Since this is an expression, you have to expand this expression. So quote, call the quote and pass an argument called as dollar user. Am I clear on this, sir? Okay. Now if you do dollar underscore, okay, right. I'll not do this. I'll stop it at that. Am I clear on this, sir? So there are some functions which are already defined by shell environment, and depending on your distribution, you might have a varied list of functions. And if you want to look at all of the functions that are basically defined in your language, you can basically use declare hyphen capital F for function names, declare hyphen small f to see functions along with the code, right? So the basic, okay, the basic way of creating the functions are, right, functions can be created using the following two syntaxes, right? There are two major syntaxes. That's the reason why I'm trying to specify both of them, right? So let me try to write it as syntax one. Okay, so here what people try to do is they will try to tell that function under hyphen name, and then here you will be writing code to be executed. Okay, right? Or that could be one statement. And in syntax 2, right, the same function can be defined by the word which is called as function. Okay, and here function name. Okay, and then code to be executed. Code to be executed, right? So parentheses are not mandatory if you are declaring the function with a function keyword. Okay, am I clear on this, sir? So this is basically the simple way of defining a function. Now this keyword is deprecated by POSIX notations, right? POSIX stands for portable operating system interface, but still there are a lot of people who still use it. Okay, and one more thing is here we don't have do and done blocks because we have a curly brace. So shall we write a very simple function? So let's start with a simple function. Okay, so let me go over here, exit out of this loop. Okay, and then let me try to write a new file which I'll call it as functions demo.sh. So here there are two things which I can do. I can write something like function show underscore system underscore details. Okay, and then I can start braces. But this is a notation which is not recommended by POSIX, so I'm going with this notation. And when you go with this notation, parentheses become important. So in this function, what I'm trying to tell is echo, okay, uptime is, okay, uptime is, and then let me execute uptime command. Okay, echo CPU details. So let me execute something called as ls CPU. Okay, so now echo user list and let me execute a command called as who. Is this a very difficult script, sir? Okay, right. Now, basically, I'll be calling. First, let me create this script in a shell environment. So let me go over here. Okay. So cd scripts and let me create vi function demo.sh, and in function demo I've written a very simple script. Okay. Now I'll say sh function demo.sh. Nothing happened. But now let me try to execute type show system details. Right. Okay. What is it I missed? Show system details. Right. So type show system details. It is until I don't find this. I don't know where what is that you have done. Okay. So why is it trying to tell? Because the script which we have executed, okay, this has executed and it has finished. Okay. Now let me try to execute the same stuff in function demo, and over here let me call show system details. Let me call show system details, right? So right. Oh, one thing which I've done. Let me remove the parenthesis. Right. Now let me say sh function demo.sh. Are you getting the details now? Why? Because the scope of the function is inside the shell script. The scope of the function is inside the shell script. So are you getting the details now? Okay. So if I want to make it available to all the other people in the shell terminal, I need to do something extra. I need to do something extra. But right now, since I have defined my script inside the function, it can be accessible only inside the function. It can be accessed only inside the function. Okay, right. So how to make this function basically available to all of us, right? We'll worry about it at a later point of time. But if you remember few classes ago, right? So when we were discussing about setting environmental variables, okay. So then we have looked at one file which was vi. There was something called as bash rc. So in this bash rc, right, there were some of the functions that were defined. Okay. So there were some of the functions that were being called as a result of this, right? So now if you basically go into these files, let me look into vi dot slash bash underscore logout. Okay. So there are some of the functions which are basically defined over here, and not only this. So if you basically get into the commands, okay, we get into etc source. Okay, I need to go. Let me act as a root user for some time. Okay, sudo hyphen I. Okay, cd etc. All right. So there are many things over here. Sudo etc. My bad. Yeah, etc. Environment. So here there is a path variable. All right. So okay, and then in my local folders I have bash rc. Right. So let me try to do one thing. Okay. What I'll do is, okay, what is this? Show system details. Let me insert this function over here. Let us see what happens. Source bash rc. Now type show system details. Is it working now? And now if you call show underscore system underscore details, is it working? Yeah. So there is some way of basically making these functions available to all of them. So you have to make that function or export that function. All right. So fine. Before we get and do that, right, our function should be good enough. And if our functions have to be good enough, they will never be good if we don't know how to basically use parameters, how to use parameters. So that is my next stuff. All right. So what I'll be trying to do is I'll be trying to write a very simple file, very simple stuff, which will try to create a backup of a file. Okay. So let me exit and I'll be using the same function demo. I'll not be using a different file. So I'll be trying to write something like, okay, backup underscore file. Okay. And here I need a function which is called as is underscore file, which will try to tell me whether the file is, whether whatever I'm trying to work with is file or not. So I'll be trying to tell that if not hyphen f, right, $1, right, then echo, right, $1 is not a file. It's not a file. Okay. Now I'll try to tell exit to, and then I will try to tell fi. Okay. So just to make it readable, I'm doing it over here, but it actually doesn't matter. It actually doesn't matter. All right. So now if you see over here, is this function taking an argument? Yes, it will take an argument. How? By $1, right? So just like how $1 is the first argument to your shell script. Okay. So whenever you are calling an argument, right? So is underscore file. Okay. And now here I'll be passing home slash ubuntu slash, okay, dot bash rc. So now this will become $1. Am I clear on this? Yes or no? Second argument to your function you will accept using $2. Yeah, right. So since I'm backing up a file, the first thing which I want to check is whether this stuff is a file or not. Okay. So if it is not a file, there is no point in me basically doing this backup, right? So what is that I'll try to do is I'll try to tell if this is basically a backup, right? If this is basically a file or not, right? I'll directly call is file because there is an exit statement. Okay, right, sir. Now, if that is not the case, then what I will try to do is, okay, new underscore file underscore location is equals to, okay, $1 dot back in slash tmp slash $1 dot bkk. Now what I will try to do is I will basically try to tell cp, okay, copy $1, okay, right, and $new underscore file location echo file is copied to, okay, $new underscore file underscore loc. So am I passing the argument, sir? Yes or no? Right. Now what I'll do is, let me basically get into here, and I have 1.txt, right? So let me get into cd vi, or for some time let me ping google.com so that I'll not lose the session, and let me write the test script in here itself. So what I'll be trying to do is, I'll be trying to tell backup underscore file, and over here the file which I want to pass is home slash ubuntu slash 1.txt. Now I'll go over here, okay, and then let me get into vi scripts slash functions demo.sh, okay, and then let me insert this, okay. So now let me call dot slash scripts slash function demo, all right, cd scripts, okay, dot slash function demo. I have not given chmod plus x function demo.sh dot slash function demo.sh, and I'll be passing home slash, there is no need for you to pass anything, okay. So are you saying cannot create a regular file, no such file or directory found? Why? Because we have messed up something over here, slash temp slash home slash dxt, right? The reason for that is, whenever you are trying to basically write this expression, you have messed up in your script. What is the mess up which you have done? Okay, there is no need for you to basically try to tell over here, because you're already passing slash over here. It has become double slash. Now let me try to make this fix in the terminal over here. So vi function demo.sh, since I am passing this, so ideally your script should handle all of these conditions, okay, right? Right now it is at least throwing an error saying that there is nothing, okay. Now let us see, cannot create a regular file slash tmp slash home slash ubuntu dot 1.txt dot backup, no such file or directory found. Why? Because what I'm trying to do in my script over here, in my script I am trying to tell new file location, okay. So if it is new file location, you should not be taking the full path, you should be taking only the relative path, okay. So what is that we need to basically improvise on the script is, okay, for now we'll be creating a backup file, then ideally we should be able to pull out the last step. So for that we need to know string manipulation, okay. So we are moving in that direction. So once we know how to write the basic functions and all of that stuff, the next topic which we are going to start is string manipulations using regular expressions, right? So now let me try to make this change also, right? So let me go over here and vi. So if you see, the writing scripts is a regular activity, you will find errors and then you will try to correct them. That's how we will try to do, rather than me showing with some of the scripts which always work, okay. I want to show you some errors as well. So now let me try this, all right, dot slash functions demo dot sh. Now are you saying it is trying to tell that I have created the file called as home slash back, yeah, and then it is trying to give me the system details. Now if you get into your home directory, cd home, and then if you look into ls, are you seeing 1.txt dot back? Yes or no? Yeah. So sounding interesting, sir? Yeah. So what we'll be doing in our next class is, in our next class we will try to find out how to deal with arrays, and then we will be getting into, right, regular expressions, how to export these functions and make it available to everyone, and then at the last we will try to understand how to basically deal with regular expressions, text processing, right? Then we will come back to globbing, right? We have the stuff to be learned. So please try to don't avoid errors, right? The reason why I show you errors in the classroom is because errors help you learn a lot of things. So for example, we need to know, if I have not written this stuff, I could have basically shown you directly this path. But what is it I have done? I have one stuff to be done. So here, what is the area that needs to be corrected? We needs to convert, okay, absolute to relative path. How will I do that? Because these are the things which will come always to you. So when I want to convert absolute to relative path, probably I might end up writing one reusable function, or I might use some existing function. Okay, so we'll be getting into that direction, right, sir? So I'll stop it at that, and then we will continue with this stuff, right?
Thanks for watching. For more videos, subscribe our channel and click on bell icon.